Good morning, everyone. Welcome on into North Dakota. Today we have turned our studio into a kitchen. That's because for the last 20 years, Jeff Benda has been hunting, cooking, and eating wild game. It began as a casual hobby and has now grown into a full-time business that reaches thousands of other wild game home cooks. Jeff is joining us this morning, and we are going to try our hand at cooking some wild game. Good morning.
We are. Good morning. Yeah, so this is a pheasant Florentine, so we're going to cook with a little bit of pheasant. Some people might be familiar with chicken Florentine. It's Florentine, really, it's not a dish that comes from Florence. It just means that it's, if you ever see a Florentine, a la Florentine, that just means it's a spinach. It comes with spinach and a creamy sauce. So,
Yum, okay.
And that's what we're going to do.
That was a fun fact.
Yeah, super simple. And if you want to follow along at home, the recipe is right there on the homepage of the website, wildgameandfish.com, so they can, if you want to follow along or look at the recipe afterwards,
yeah, of course,
we can do that. So
okay, let's just dive
We're going to
in.
go ahead and start with the sauce. So when we put butter in, let's make sure these are on. These are my portable stoves.
I love that.
Yep. So we're going to use a little bit of oil.
Okay.
And then we're going to put the butter in
a
here.
big hunk of butter. Don't be
hunk of
shy
butter.
with the butter, apparently.
Yep.
Ooh, and we're sizzling already.
Yep.
Sounding good.
Okay. And then we're going to season. Now I've brined the pheasants.
Okay.
So that's really important. So we're not going to add any salt. So if you see me not use salt, I've already brined it. So you use a quart. For every quart of water, you're going to do 2 tablespoons of salt.
Okay.
And when you do, whether it's chicken or pork or pheasant, you only want to brine it for 30 minutes up to an hour. Otherwise, it's going to get too salty. So
definitely not overnight.
Don't ever do that. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of garlic powder.
This smells really good. I have a great kind of proximity to this spices right now. It smells really good.
Yep. And then we're going to do black pepper. So I had these, I brined these this morning.
And again, this is the pheasant, right?
This is the pheasant.
Okay.
Okay.
It's so thin.
Yep. And because there's a little bit of seasoning on there, these are, so a pheasant breast, and these are from hen pheasants that I got at a game farm.
Okay.
So there's no BBs in there. We don't have to worry about. I didn't want that happening on studio. Yeah.
You won't be cracking your teeth.
Right. So, and then we're going to put it in flour. Okay.
Got it.
And then
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be in charge of this. I'm actually more scared, so I'm standing back.
And so pheasant breast, really, it's going to be, you're only going to get about 2.5 ounces per pheasant breast.
Okay.
So it's not a lot.
Right.
But if you want something, but they cook fast, which is nice.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Okay.
Yep. Especially for television, huh?
Especially for television, right? So, because we have a big pan.
It smells so good.
Okay, we're going to do these. Now, really, for the pheasant, we're going to just do these a couple of minutes on each side.
Okay.
Which would be, if we're going to do just a couple minutes on each side, now I'm going to get rid of these. And try to...
Just shake it off.
That's right. Okay. And then in here, we're going to do a little bit of oil.
Is this for our Florentine?
Yep. And then we're going to do garlic, minced garlic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Woo! Do we have smoke alarms in here?
I don't want to splatter. Okay, we're going to check.
Okay. We're checking some of our pheasant
here. I think we're still good.
Okay.
And turn the pan a little bit. That way they're cooking on
evenly.
evenly. Okay, so a couple tablespoons of garlic.
Yep.
And then we're going to do a 1/2 cup of chicken broth. If you have, you can make, I'll use the carcasses from the pheasants. And I'll actually make my own pheasant broth.
Oh.
So after you breast them out, take the legs and thighs, you can actually put them in a stock pot and make your own. It's really good. I'm going to flip that over here.
Ooh, it's looking good.
It smells good. Oh my gosh, this makes me hungry.
So we got a nice brown. Now you can just, I like the flour when you put flour on them because then you got that nice golden brown color. And again, this just takes a couple of minutes.
Okay.
We're going to let the chicken broth reduce. We're going to turn this up a little bit.
Before we add our beautiful spinach. Nice and big and green and leafy, huh?
So we're going to let this reduce, and then we're going to add heavy whipping cream.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to let this reduce for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. Heavy whipping cream. You want it nice and thick.
Okay.
Okay. We're just going to stir this around. And this is we're going to reduce for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But now while we do, then we're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning.
Yum.
Just a 1/4 teaspoon. We don't want it to be too strong.
Okay.
Mix that around again.
How are these guys doing?
They're getting close.
Oh, okay. I could tell. They're kind of puffing up a little.
They are. And one thing with wild game, really anything that you're going to do,
Yeah.
you want to make sure, a lot of people, the reason that it gets tough is that because it gets overcooked.
Oh. I would be one of those.
And so, yep,
because I'd be
it's
nervous
lean,
it wasn't
right.
done.
It's a lean meat, right? So with pheasant, just like chicken, so you're going to do make sure that's off. We want to do this. You can cook it if you have a meat thermometer. Then we're going to do. Just unlock this here. Okay, now we're going to add our spinach.
Oh, here's where it gets
And it's
good,
like
everybody.
4 cups of spinach, because remember, this is going to cook down.
Yeah, the spinach always shrinks.
Right.
It gets tiny.
Yeah.
And the broth is already going to reduce in general, so we
Right.
get it. We're following along.
So it's just going to thicken up here. And so I'll use 4 cups of fresh spinach. I mean, so it's really going to do that. And then we're just going to cook this until it wilts down. And that sauce gets a little thick. And then we're just going to slide those pheasants, the pheasant breasts, right into this.
Okay.
And then you can actually serve this. You can just transfer it, bring it right
Okay.
to the table.
Yeah. So we fully cook the pheasant.
Fully
so we're good to
cook
go.
the pheasant
Okay.
breasts, and then you're just going to slide them in there, and then, yep, but we're going to let those rest.
Right.
So again, so for pheasant, again, we do not want to overcook it. So if you have an instant
Okay.
read meat thermometer, that's one of the things that I just, it's really important whether you're cooking with venison
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
When you follow a recipe, even mine, okay, you'll notice that on the website, it'll say 2 minutes on each side, then flip over 2 minutes on the other side, until the internal temperature reaches 155 degrees. Now, because we're going to take it off, it's going to still be cooking inside
Right.
there, and it's going to rise to 160. Anytime we're using poultry, whether it's chicken or pheasant, we need it to reach that safe internal temperature of 160. But we don't want it to go above that, because that's when you're going to get dry.
Overdone,
Okay?
okay.
Yep. It's going to be dry. It's going to be tough. So that's why that should
why we
be
do
good.
what we do.
That's what we do. We do right. Okay. And so we're just going to
Is it
slide
ready?
this in here. Yeah. Are we
Okay,
getting
perfect.
ready? Now, the last thing we have to add is our healthy Parmesan cheese.
Oh,
yeah.
Parmigiano Reggiano,
Right.
my favorite cheese on the planet.
And again, that's why we didn't add any more extra salt, because that salt from the Parmesan cheese, that is going to want to add that salt. Now, always at the end of a recipe, if you want to wait to add any extra salt or pepper, see how it goes.
Taste it first.
Taste it first. We're going to
We've
do
all
that
made
here
that
in a
mistake,
second.
huh?
Right.
Okay, well, while your website and everything, all of your information is up, I think we're putting the final touches on here.
Okay. And I'm going to slide this. Let's just make sure.
Oh, he is following his own rules. He's doing a taste test, everybody. Did it pass the Jeff Benda test?
I think it passed the Jeff Benda test. You know what we're going to do? We're going to add just a little bit more.
A little more Italian?
A little bit more.
We love it.
Yep. Okay.
I think we're getting ready to...
Are we getting ready? We have to plate here? Okay.
Yep.
They're signaling. Producer. Okay. And then we're just going to slide this in
Television
here.
magic. This is actually very impressive. We have made everything here in real time. So
Yeah.
So yeah, now you can make it a one-pot dish. If it is, it's still going to be done in under 30 minutes.
Oh my
So that's why I
goodness.
love this for a weeknight supper when I make it for Like tonight, I've got to get my daughter to rock climbing after school.
He's about to take the pan out the
Right?
studio.
So
This is beautiful.
There it
Okay,
is.
we do have to move on. We have so
Okay.
much coming up on the show, but incredible work. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Yeah, come back again anytime.
Yeah, thanks.
Sophia and I are taste testing in the break here. I won't let him leave without it.
that's right. Yeah.
All right, we have plenty more coming up right here on North Dakota Today. Stick around, everybody.